Good morning, guys. Oh, it's cold. Definitely different than yesterday. My truck's reading 54 degrees outside right now. Woke up to about 20 or 30 degree temperature difference. Good morning, guys. It is December 12th, 10:02 in the morning. We are live inside here, inside Results 1. And man, it is Thursday. Every time we do these streams, about the 3 minutes that you're sitting there waiting, I'm sitting here getting my mind ready, because to go 15-20 minutes with you guys isn't the easiest thing in the world. Today we are going to be tackling an intersection, obviously, that's been around for a while, but it has recently been redone, and it's actually in the phases of being redone. But I thought, why not visit out here, Seminole County, State Road 46A, which is also H.E. Thomas. And we've talked about H.E. Thomas. He was one of the first deputies killed in the line of duty in Seminole County, and 46A was named after him. But right at the intersection of 46A and Rinehart, very big transition area, a lot of vehicles commute through this area. I always thought that the intersection was pretty decent for the times. But over the past year or two, I've looked at it, I'm like, man, this turning lane could use some help. Man, this is starting to get backed up. And then out of nowhere, the construction picked up, guys, and they have been going non-stop, adding turning lanes, extending shoulders, increasing a travel lane here and there, adding traffic lights. So we're going to go out to that intersection this morning and check that out. But first, yesterday was pretty cool. So you guys already know, News 6 and the Central Florida Salvation Army, under the area commander of Major Ken Chapman, we do so much with them. And so let me tell you all about something. They reached out to me about 3 weeks ago, and they said, Steve, do you want to help us with a fundraiser? And of course, I'm never going to say no to the Salvation Army if they're trying to raise money. So much of their funds come right back here to Central Florida. They also have what's called the Red Kettle program. We know what that kettle is. I had a bell in here somewhere, but they ring those red bells outside of the grocery stores and locations to get you to donate. Those funds, believe it or not, are not just for the holiday season. They are exactly what allows them to fund their mission throughout the year, whether it's homelessness, food, clothing, things like that. So yesterday, I went to International Drive over to iFly indoor skydiving, and it was the craziest thing I have done to raise funds. So what you're watching right there, live on your screen, well, that was yesterday. I'm here live. That's me, guys, just spinning around in this tube at iFly indoor skydiving off of International Drive, just over by Icon Park, kind of close. But we teamed up with iFly, Salvation Army, News 6, and other partners to hop in there and fly around. There was also a radio station there collecting funds. People could show up, donate if they wanted to, and get involved. So we each got to go in there for about 2 to 3 minutes. I got to do 2 different sessions, which was so awesome, and fly around in this. The staff there were amazing. Major Chapman, he also got to fly around a little bit. And this is not a commercial. They don't know I'm talking about how cool this place is. If you are looking for an opportunity to get out and about and try something just crazy, different, and safe, this is the way to do it. This was so much fun. It's a little pricey, but if you do it with a couple of people and you get one of those packages, it is definitely worth it. So we raised several $1,000s last night, all for the Red Kettle. So that's going to allow them not only to really fund the Angel Tree, but to really get involved with the community and keep their mission going. But to come together like this on a Thursday night, fly around a little bit, I haven't had this much fun at work in a long time. So that was really cool. If you get the opportunity, head over to their social medias, donate, make sure you're turning in your angels. They should have been turned in already. But yeah, that was so much fun. I never do anything usually after 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, just because of my bedtime and stuff. But when it comes down to certain things, I don't know why my wife is calling me right now when she knows that I am currently streaming. So let me text her real quick. But we already know how big the need is, so they do great things. So let's get back to the topic. Head over to clickorlando.com and you can check out more on that. So let's talk about some traffic patterns, shall we? So where am I right now? I parked on the side of the road over in the rest area out here along I-4 eastbound. It's the Lake Mary rest area is what we call it. And just to pull over briefly, and let's go for a quick drive real quick. Our exit is about 2 exits east of our area. And we'll go check out what exactly this new pattern looks like. And a little food for thought. If you are out there at night especially, I issue a traffic alert each and every evening for this area, because at night there are times where they shut it down completely and other times where you're going to one lane, or you can maybe just go straight, or they're making all cars go right. So usually I'm sounding like a parrot when it comes to you're watching me in the evening if I'm popping up on the evening show, because I'm excuse me, because I'm usually talking about this area along with I-4, 417 and stuff like that. But even for me, when I come headed into work in the morning, there are probably 50, 60 construction personnel out in this area just doing work. So I'm going to let this Lexus pass me, and then we'll slide on over so we don't exit here. Our next exit is going to be the 101, currently at the 98, 99-ish, or excuse me, the 97.5 as we're cruising here. And it's just amazing how some of the speeders out here, like this guy that's coming up, and he's probably going to cut right in front of me. Let's see. What's he going to do? Nope. Just speeding for no reason. Gotta love it. Some of the driving I have seen lately, rather reckless. So you got to be super careful while you're out and about. So hold on 1 second, guys. Are you okay? I am currently live streaming in my truck and have you on the phone. It's the only reason I answered it. Bye-bye. All right. Back on here. And that was loud. Hold on. That was loud. Sorry about that, guys. So when the wife calls 2 or 3 times, maybe an emergency happening. So gotta check. Just like with you guys with kids or something going on. So here we go. We're eastbound I-4 approaching 46A. And as we're traveling out here, what do we see? All right, let's turn on our front camera. What you can see is a bunch of bozos changing lanes without turning signals, but we're not going to talk about them. Look at these. Construction equipment even during the daytime. So what does that tell us? You got to be cautious out here. You should never be physically manipulating your phone in your hand while in an active construction zone or an active school zone. Right now, would this be considered active construction? No. I would really like it this Camry stayed in her lane a little bit. Quit coming over on me. That would be real nice. Look at this. Look at this. Unbelievable. Stay in your lane. The problem is she's on her phone. So I would conduct a traffic stop on this if we were in a car just because of her travel indications. So look at her braking, swerving in between the lanes. You'd be getting stopped. All right, so this is the exit we're talking about. Exit 101A. So we're gonna turning signal, scoot on over. For those that travel out here every day, 4:30, 5 o'clock, this becomes a circus. Every lane is full, all that jazz, set in eastbound, bumper to bumper traffic. But if you live in maybe Sanford, Lake Mary, Heathrow, unincorporated Seminole on the east side, you'd normally probably exit right here. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to stay in this far right lane because normally I spoke to one of our content gatherers. I'm not sure their official term, but to me, she's still one of our supreme executive producers, Victoria, told me, man, Steve, those turning lanes out here back up all the time and no one knows what to do. And I was like, I know what you're talking about. And these are them. So you have a double right turn lane here, okay? What happens here is this right lane becomes a problem. So people who want to ultimately make a left on Rinehart end up in this lane when they should be in the lane next to me to my left. All right, so you always need to be thinking a few steps ahead. We're not going to make a right. Why? Because there are two signs that say no right on red. So we're just going to hang out here for a second. You can see the sidewalk is closed, construction barrels. This, ladies and gentlemen, would be a very active construction zone. So you would not be able to manipulate or tangibly hold on to your phone. All right. So when you're coming out here, right turn only, no red on, no right on. Let's take two. No turn on red. So we're going to sit here and wait. What I'm going to show you is they've eliminated the two main turn lanes out here to turn right, aka south on Rinehart from 46A, and they've made it almost a ramp that just goes away completely from traffic. Flippin' genius, because sometimes that traffic would integrate with each other and not necessarily be the safest thing. I've seen so many times a car out here, people are trying to do this all over the place just to get in the turn lane. This eliminates that, because if you're not in it, you can't get in it, and if you are, you can't get out, meaning you have to flow with traffic. What do I say all the time? Your traffic problems shouldn't be my problems. So here, this eliminates me even knowing that you have a problem. I love it, love it, love it. So we're gonna make the right here from I-4 to 46A. Then we're gonna make the turn to head south on Rinehart, just so we can see it. We'll get turned around, and I'm gonna show you the extension of a turn lane that they're putting in here, some of the construction equipment that's out here as well. All right, light turned green. We're making the right turn. We're gonna stay in the right lane. Before, you'd have to go straight here to make a right. Now look at this. A dedicated right ramp. We're gonna exit into it. I'm gonna stay in this left right turn lane, pass all these cars because I don't know why they're all there. And look at this. This is brand new, only opened a few days ago. And look at the signage here. No turn on red from this lane. No turn on red from that lane, from the one to the right. But they will be opening a third right turn lane. You can kind of see the design in the roadway, and from there you would be able to make a right on red. But why can't you make a right on red here, someone would ask? Because of this. Look, my view is completely obstructed. Can't. Light's green, we're gonna go. All right, we cruise on through. Remember, stay in your lane in the turn, and we're through. Other cars kind of doing their thing back there. They're making the turn as well. So now we're southbound, Advent Health, Lake Mary, off to my right here. And we're gonna come up here to this intersection, and we're gonna pull a U-turn. But what's happening? Look at this. There are extensions everywhere. So when I say extensions, I'm not talking about hair extensions. I'm not talking about anything fancy. I'm talking extending travel lanes. So many people to me, well, why can't you extend a travel lane? They're doing it here, and I'm about to show you. So we're gonna pull a U-turn here at Timaquan Boulevard. And then as we make this turn, this left lane used to not be like this. It used to just stop. Now they've extended the left turn lane all the way back, and where those barrels are, they're gonna be putting in a secondary left turn lane. This is going to help extend and fill in traffic so that it's not in travel lanes like this. Same thing to my right, if you look there. They're extending the right travel lane to go all the way and run parallel with the sidewalk that's attached to the cemetery out here. This is the simple stuff that should be happening in so many places that you don't need a complete overhaul. They're building on the infrastructure that they currently have out here. If you're just joining us, I'm out at Seminole County 46A, County Road 46A, and Rinehart Road, aka H.E. Thomas Jr. Parkway. And this place is under heavy construction. Check this out. So those traffic lights that are there, brand new, because they removed the older ones late last night. Off to the right-hand side, they have extended the right turning lane to 46A. Probably, no joke, 200 feet they've added on both the right turn lane and the left lane that you're seeing on your screen right now. Why we needed new traffic lights out here, I'm not sure, but I'm sure there's a reason. But they're there, and now there is no confusion as well because they removed the old stuff. That old stuff can really get into your eyes a little bit, make you second guess what you're doing. So if you're joining us in the beginning, we went east on 46, south on Rinehart on the new turning lanes. Currently, we are facing northbound on Rinehart, right at H.E. Thomas. We're in the left travel lane. We're going to start moving here. And as we move, what do you see? You see people all over the place working. So this is an active construction zone, meaning you need to pay attention, and you are not allowed to touch your phone. So we went through the intersection, and you can still see the construction everywhere. There are crews lined up all over the road. There is one thing that I am very happy about, but it's me being very selfish. So there's a turn lane out here that when I'm out here, it backs up all the time. And so often, this guy can't drive. Oh man, it's a day. It's a day. This is the problem with being live. You guys get to see, well, I give you the real me all the time, but I get to, there's going to be a day I slip up and I lose it on somebody. So, selfishly, when I'm out in this area, I hate this left turn lane. So, southbound Rinehart, approaching 46A, because sometimes the traffic gets backed and you get stopped. Look what they did. They destroyed the median to extend that turning lane all the way back, which is going to help out big time. Big time. Also, you're going to get 2 right turning lanes over there now to head west on 46. Listen, I know what I'm saying. There's a lot. I know what I'm saying. But I know that with the way I'm saying it, it sounds like a lot. But there is truly a lot happening out here at this intersection. Key things to take away from this. There are currently no complete changes of direction. There are ways for you to still head east and west. But with it being an active construction zone, you have to be overtly cautious out here. At nighttime, this could look completely different. A lot of flashing lights. Sometimes you have stuff like this that you creep up on. It says right turn closed. So you need to get over because lanes will be shut down during the day. This is all about the extension. So if you're a Seminole County driver, I need you to be careful, more so at night out here. But this is getting the big Trooper Steve of approval when it comes to this type of construction. Because not only are we adding some lanes, we are extending existing turn lanes where problems previously existed. Now, it's only going to get worse before it gets better, but at the end of the day, what they're doing out here is definitely helping out. So I appreciate you guys going for me for this drive. I would love for you guys to go for me for a fly sometime. So until then, I will catch up with you guys later. You have an amazing day, and be safe out there. See you guys.